Aristotle on goodness. Every art and every inquiry, and similarly every action and pursuit is thought to aim at some good, and for this reason the good has been declared to be that at which all things aim. If there is some end in the things we do, which we desire for its own sake, clearly this must be the chief good. Knowing this will have a great influence on how we live our lives. If things are good in themselves, the goodwill appears as something identical in them all. But the accounts of the goodness in honor, wisdom, and pleasure are diverse. The good, therefore, is not some common element answering to one idea. Even if there be one good which is universally predictable or is capable of independent existence, it could not be attained by man. If we consider the function of man to be certain kind of life, this to be an activity of the soul, implying a rational principle, and the function of a good man to be noble performance of these, and if any action is well performed, when it is performed in accordance with the appropriate principle, if this is the case, human good turns out to be activity of the soul in accordance with virtue. Aristotle on happiness. Men generally agree that the highest good attainable by action is happiness, and identify living well and doing well with happiness. The self-sufficient we define as that which, when isolated, makes life desirable and complete. And such we think happiness to be. It cannot be exceeded, and is, therefore, the end of action. Some identify happiness with virtue, some with practical wisdom, others with a kind philosophical wisdom, others add or exclude pleasure, yet others include prosperity. We agree with those who identify happiness with virtue, for virtue belongs with virtuous behavior, and virtue is only known by its acts. Is happiness to be acquired by learning, by habit, some other form of training? It seems to come as a result of virtue and some process of learning, and to be among the godlike things, since its end is godlike and blessed. No happy man can become miserable, for he will never do acts that are hateful and mean.